Dime la moustache en la capucha. Casito patanilo, mira tacachiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacachiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacachiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacachiquitacachiquito patanilo, mira tacachiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacachiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacachiquipuletica. Dime la moustache en la capucha.
What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and all you can say is, what the hell were they doing in the bye? Like, what were they really, truly practicing? What were they really, truly doing? What was the message during the bye? Like, this game is one of the performance that happened today. I dropped a video where I still had questions, where I said, now that the second part of our season has started, and this Giants game was the first game coming out the thing, these are questions that we need to answer. I'm going to actually put the video's description in this video because y'all have to see what I said. Because at this point, I'm not really sure what we're dealing with when it comes to this team and what's going to happen with this team in the future. I'm going to break this down. This will be the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, some of y'all are going to say, well, what is good? I'm going to be honest with y'all. There was only basically two goods, for real. It was Cam Sims had 100 and something yards receiving. Wasn't expecting that. Actually had a very good game. Didn't see him much in the second half. I don't know what happened. I guess the Giants kind of clamped down on him in the second half. But I don't know. And of course, Terry McLaurin, he's always a productive guy. But I mean, that's about the extent of the good that was in that game. I mean, when you really think about it, you're talking about Cam Sims, who is like the seventh wide receiver on their depth chart, and he actually had a good game. And you think about some of the other guys, Steven Sims came back, he didn't do much of anything. Isaiah Wright had a couple catches. Again, I've had my questions about it, about, Antonio Gibson. I mean, you got J.D. McKissick, who was doing everything he could. But let's talk about it. Let's get to the bad. I mean, the bad was the defense. The defense just looked atrocious until maybe the third and the fourth. But again, they had given up so much ground and they did so many bad things in the first half that all you did was basically compound the issue as the game started to go. The offense wasn't playing that well. But even with that being said, the defense gave up so much. Cameron Curl did not have his best game, but that was kind of to be expected, to be honest with y'all. I mean, I kind of felt he was going to not have a solid game because I knew teams were going to try, like the Giants were going to try their best to target him. But again, like I said, the defense did not play too well today. I mean, third quarter they did what they could. Fourth quarter they did what they could. But again, you had already given up so much ground in the first half that when that second half came around, how much of that was it that the defense stepped up, or was it just the Giants not trying to lose the game? They were just trying to hold back so they don't lose the game, and it wasn't just the defense coming up big. How much of that was that just the Giants doing that? I don't know. Looking at the way the game was going, you can't really tell because, Washington made some big plays. And then there was parts where it just looked like the Giants was just like, oh, well, let's just try to get this first down. Let's just try to run the ball. We saw it. Alfred Morris was running over us today. I don't know what that was about. But again, like I said, I understand that they kind of stepped up in the second half, but they had given up so much ground in the first half. Understand this, we was down 13 at one point in this game. So, again, not too good looking, kind of bad. Like I said again, everything in this game is a vision of what I said in my questions video that I did prior to this video. So, like I said again, I'm going to link the description in below. Last but not least, the ugly is the turnovers. I mean, what you're talking about, we've given up 7 turnovers. We've had 7 turnovers in 2 games against the Giants. The crazy thing about this is that in my season prediction show, I had us beating the Giants twice and losing to the Cowboys twice. But we've already lost to the Giants twice. And here we are. It's no telling what type of team. I mean, we probably beat the Cowboys twice. But at this point, it's like, what are we doing? I mean, you're talking about 7 turnovers in basically 2 games. And of those 7 turnovers, Alex Smith has 3 and Kyle Allen had 3 as well. I mean, everybody tends to forget. I think a lot of people's going to forget that Kyle Allen threw a pick early in this game. He threw a pick early in this game. So, again, what are we really doing here? Alex Smith threw 3 in this game. And he threw them at a critical point in this game. I tell you, it's something, man. And Kyle Allen goes down. Kyle Allen's done for the season. We saw, it was no way to not see what happened. He clearly broke his ankle. His ankle is broke. He's done for the season. He's not coming back this season. Not only that, do y'all understand that with our current quarterback situation, I will say this is Ron Rivera's fault. No matter how you look at it, this is Ron Rivera's fault. So he was the one who sat up there and chose to do this instead of just letting Dwayne just go. Let's not even run after the NFC East. Let's just let Dwayne play it out, see what we got in him. I don't know. What do we do now? Because now you're talking about we're now currently in a situation where we're not sure what the hell our quarterback situation is going to be next year. Kyle Allen is a free agent. Alex Smith makes too much money. And Dwayne Haskins, how do you repair that relationship? How do you do it? I mean, you're talking about Kyle Allen goes down with a broken ankle. Do y'all also understand that if Alex Smith starts the next game, we would have had 3 straight consecutive years we'll have 3 straight consecutive years of 3 different quarterbacks starting the game. 3 straight consecutive years at where 3 or more quarterbacks have started a game for us. Let me repeat that one more time because I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying here. This will be our 3rd consecutive. If Alex Smith starts next week, this will be our 3rd consecutive year in which 3 or more quarterbacks have started a game in a season. I know that there's going to be some good takeaways from this game because that's what some people want to do. But this looks bad, people. This looks really bad. Because now you're talking about the fact that even if we do win a few games, are they really worth winning? Are they really worth winning? Do we need a quarterback of the future because we've ruined the relationship with Dwayne Haskins? Should Ron Rivera say, you know what? We're not going after the NFC East no more. Dwayne's going back in. We're going to evaluate him through these games. Which, again, I'm going to be pissed off about because why? Should have just kept him in the first place. I'm starting to feel like the broken record. Like every time we turn around, we're talking about the same stuff over and over and over again. who's going to be our quarterback. This is a reoccurring thing. Is the coaches getting the best out of our players? This is a reoccurring thing. Is the front office the right front office to do the job? Reoccurring things. Do we have the right players on this team? Reoccurring things. These are the things that damage us as a team over and over and over again. And here we are again. You lose a game you should have won. And you can't because the quarterbacks, which weren't Dwayne Haskins, by the way. Remember, Dwayne Haskins was so bad that you had to bench him, yet and still he's got less turnovers than the two quarterbacks that replaced him. He's caused less losing than the two quarterbacks that replaced him. And yet and still, we thought that somehow, some way, we were going to win the NFC East playing like this. Dwayne Haskins don't play defense. What is the excuse for that? Ron Rivera is a defensive coach, and yet and still the defense looks like the weakness of this team right now. And it's sad to even say that. Even though I understand, people are going to say, well, they stepped up in the second half. But guess what? They had already given up 20 points in the first half. At what point do we not say, maybe again? I will put the link in the description below of the video I just did where I said we have questions that still need to be answered. And guess what? This game still did not answer my questions. All they did was make my questions even more stronger than before. Because again, I don't understand the failure of a team that has so much talent on it. A team that has an inexcusable amount of talent. You're talking about when you see teams like the Patriots, who rarely has that much talent during the Tom Brady years, somehow find a way to win consistently. Some of the people that are on the Kansas City Chiefs, some of these guys, they weren't even top draft picks, yet and still they find a way to win. The Seattle Seahawks, the exact same thing. I don't get it, people. I don't get it. We're constantly asking, why is our team always failing? I've had enough. I've had enough. That's enough for today. This has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.